Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Certainly. numpy.loadtxt is a powerful function in the numpy library that allows you to load data from text files, including CSV, comma-separated values, files. This is particularly useful for numerical data that you want to process with numpy's array functionalities. Overview of numpy.loadtxt. Purpose: to load data from a text file, primarily for numerical data. Common use case: reading CSV files where data is arranged in rows and columns. Output: the function returns a numpy array containing the loaded data. Basic syntax. Parameters. Name: the file name or a file object to read. This could be a string representing the path to your CSV file. Type: the data type of the resulting array. The default is float. Delimiter: the string used to separate values. The default is with space. For CSV files, this is typically skip rows, the number of lines to skip at the beginning of the file. Useful for headers. Usecalls specifies which columns to read, given as a sequence of integers. Unpack: if true, the returned array is transposed, so that each column becomes a separate array. Comments: the character used to indicate the start of a comment. The default is converters, a dictionary mapping column numbers, 0 indexed, to functions that convert values in that column. Example: loading data from a CSV file. Let's say we have a CSV file named data.csv with the following content. Here's how you can load the CSV file using numpy.loadtxt. Step 1. Create the CSV file. You can create this file manually or programmatically. For the sake of this example, let's create it in Python. Step 2. Load the data using numpy.loadtxt. Now, let's load the data from the CSV file. Output. When you run the above code, the output will look like this. Explanation of the code. 1. Creating the CSV file, the code writes a sample CSV file called data.csv. The first line is a comment, header, which we will skip when loading the data. 2. Loading the data. Delimiter equals, specifies that the values are separated by commas. Skip rows equals 1 tells loads to skip the first row, the header. 3. Printing the data. Finally, we print the loaded data, which is now a numpy array. Additional notes. If your CSV file has non-numeric data, you might want to use numpy.genfromst instead, as it can handle mixed data types more gracefully. For larger data sets, or when dealing with more complex data structures, consider using pandas, which offers more functionality for reading and manipulating CSV files. Conclusion. Numpy.loadtxt is a simple and efficient way to load numerical data from CSV files. With the parameters available, you can customize the loading process to suit your needs. This tutorial should provide a good starting point for using loadtxt effectively in your projects.